Okay guys, today I'm going to show you how to take apart and clean any Glock there is. I'm going to show you on this Gen 4 Glock 42. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is to make sure your weapon's clear and safe. So remove the magazine, lock the slide to the rear, and inspect the chamber. This weapon's good to go. Let the slide forward, pull the trigger. The next thing you're going to do is hold this slide back with one hand, and there's two takedown pins on each side. You're going to hold both these down while you pull the slide back. Pull the trigger and the slide will slide right off. Pull the spring out, pull the barrel out, and you're disassembled. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is this barrel here. I recommend using Hops number 9. It's a gun cleaning solvent. What it does is it breaks down the corrosion and foulings in your barrel. Take your cleaning rod with a patch. I just dump a little bit in there. Just run it through your barrel. Just like that. We'll let this sit to the side, let the solvent do its work. We'll look at the spring here. Recommend getting a nylon brush or even just a toothbrush. And again, we're going to use this Hops number 9. We're going to scrub this down. We're going to let this sit to the side and look at the slide now. Again, take your brush, take some hops, and clean this. Make sure you get all the different crevices, and also don't forget the face where the firing pin's located. Yeah, you're going to scrub until you're content. Okay, now we're going to concentrate on the rest of the Glock. As you can see, there's a lot of internal pieces. We're also going to brush that with your nylon brush and some hops. Again, brush to your content, and we'll go from there. Okay, once you finish brushing everything down, we'll go back to the barrel. You're going to want to install the brush on your rod. We'll go ahead and slide that through a time or two. Now we're going to put our patch holder back on. Throw a patch on here. Run it through once. Get all that crud out of there. Throw another patch on. And this time, we're going to use some gun lubricating oil. I use Hops again. I really like it. But Remington makes a really good one. A lot of different companies make really good oil. It's important to notice this isn't a solvent though. It is gun oil. A few drops. Go ahead and slide it through the barrel. Now we're going to run around a patch until this barrel is dry and clean. Doesn't take too long. Every new patch you do, the cleaner it gets. One more more patch should do the trick. Again, it's important to make sure you have a dry barrel. You don't want to keep it wet. Looks pretty good. I recommend taking a barrel, looking directly at a light with it. It helps you to see clearly, see if you missed anything. For me, it looks amazing. So the inside of the barrel is done. All we have left is the outside. What I use is a Remington oil wipe. Super convenient. I can pull one out. Works for the whole gun. Just a wipe like this. And I'll wipe the outside of the barrel down with it. Get all the little spots. The feed ramp. Make sure it's all good to go. This is a small barrel. It's a Glock 42. It's a 380. I think it's like 3 inches, if that. I don't think it's a 4-inch barrel. And then we'll just dry it off. I have a Remington rag that I use for this. And there we go. Put that off to the side. I'll move over to the spring. Again, I'll just take this wipe here and wipe it down. I'll remove all that solvent I put on it earlier. Just make sure it's nice and good, nice and clean. Once that's done, again, take my rag. This is like a microfiber towel, so it really doesn't relieve any linen, or nothing gets caught in the spring or anything else when you're drying it, which is really nice. Done with that, put that off to the side, and look at the slide here. Same thing. This takes a little bit longer, obviously. It's a little bit bigger. But you want to try to get inside that slide rail also. You don't want that to have gunk up in there. Again, these wipes are great. I love them. Definitely recommend them. One wipe will pretty much do the whole gun. I mean, even if you have a really dirty gun, 2 wipes will definitely get the job done. They do break apart easy, which is my only downside I have with them. But I mean, other than that, they were great. Wipe down the outside of it. And voila. Looks brand new. Again, take my rag. Let's dry it all up. And it's nice because they are Remington wipes, so it uses that lubricating oil. So instead of coming back behind with this and a brush, that wipe does everything I need it to. And there we go. Last thing, the rest of the Glock. Again, I'm going to take a rag, correction my wipe, and and clean all that dirtiness out that you brushed out with the hops. After everything's all dried up, you are done cleaning it. Next thing is reassembly. So I'm going to take our slide, drop in the barrel, take the recoil spring, insert it just like that. Take your slide, slide along the slide rails, just like that. Done. I also like to wipe down my magazines. Again, take that wipe, just kind of press inside the spring area right in here. Dry that up. Wipe down the whole gun. Bam. That is how you clean any Glock. They all break down the same way. As you can see, it breaks down really quick. I mean, honestly, like 2 seconds and it's done. Like it's again, most people have a little different way they clean. Everyone's got their own methods, so to speak. I mean, so I'm not saying the way I do it is necessarily the correct way. This is the way I do it. It works really well for me. Gets everything clean. I took the slow route to show you guys how to do it, but honestly, if you do this without trying to make a video and explain, I mean, you can do it in 5 minutes. Especially a small Glock. It doesn't take much. And again, this is just a field strip. There is more in-depth mechanical, workings in here that you can take apart and give it an even deeper clean. But honestly, the clean we just did is a pretty standard clean, just for shooting normally at the range. Every few hundred rounds, I'll go ahead and give it a good clean. But yeah, that's it. Any questions? Just ask.